Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and hope you're all grinding well in Warframe. Now this video should have been up like a week or 2 weeks ago, but I kinda got really lazy and got sidetracked, distracted by a lot of things, mainly Discord. I mean, it's hella lots of fun, but it's also hella lots of irresponsible fun, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt this without any script whatsoever. I mean, I have a phone with some points to help me out over here, but it's just gonna be a casual chat between me and you guys on arbitrations, you know, the new arbitrations update. And since this is sort of a discussion piece, please do leave comments. I mean, it kind of becomes pointless if you don't leave any comments, even if it's just to say hi. I mean, I'd love to say hello to every one of you guys, so please just leave comments. Now, based on my previous arbitration video many months ago, I think probably a year at this point, which probably got like 20 or 30 views, yeah, those times were pretty tough. Now, I do realize that this video is gonna be mostly for 0.1% or even 0.01% of all you guys, so if you're one of them and you watch all the way to the end, I love you. Just a quickie, boys and girls, if you're loving the content and would like to get even closer, perhaps you want to be a subscriber with benefits. They're good ones, I promise. Then please feel free to visit my Patreon page where you can get access to the lit Discord server and support what I do here for just $1.50. Links in the description. Alright, so let's start by reviewing arbitrations overall, you know, let's just give it a rating. I mean, generally, the community is giving the new update a mixed review, I guess, but for me personally, it's more towards the positive end of things. I mean, I'm not gonna give it like an A+ and tell it to go home. Oh no, I'm gonna ask this update to stay after class. Basically, what DE did was just increase the reward frequency. I mean, I'm sure there's a better term for it, but I can't really think of that right now, so I'm just gonna call it reward frequency, as well as quote-unquote double the rotations and toss a lot of trash into the reward pool. I mean, we'll get to that. So the rotations for arbitration missions kind of look like this now. It's AA, BB, and then C to infinity, as opposed to A, B, and then C to infinity. This got a lot of mixed reactions from the community for sure. I mean, it still takes 30 minutes to get into rotation C and survival, for example. But rewards aside, let's talk about how it feels, you know, in general. How does the gameplay feel in arbitrations compared to pre-update? Now, I did say I was lazy, but I also had time to try out arbitrations when it came out with a couple of my buddies, and their feelings toward the new update is more or less the same thing, which is it feels less grindy, and it's more enjoyable to play, mainly due to the fact that in a 30-minute survival, for example, even though it will take you 30 minutes to get to rotation C, you get a lot of rewards in between, which kind of makes the whole experience fun because you're looking forward to rewards. And even though the rewards may be good or bad, I mean, that's kind of like a personal thing, but we'll get to that. I mean, before this update, you had to wait like 30 minutes in survival just to get 3 rewards. I mean, just to get into rotation C, which is just ridiculous. And I'm gonna use survival as an example because that's like the worst mode for arbitrations, at least before this update. I mean, after this update, everything feels a lot better. I mean, this was what a lot of us have been asking for, and I have been asking for personally, even though DE doesn't know who I am right now. Standing in a spot jerking off for 10 minutes does not equal difficulty. I mean, yeah, the enemies may be hard, but just, you know, fighting through them for 10 minutes just to get one reward, and it could be like adaptation, which, you know, is what most people want, or it could be a pineapple. And there are plenty of people out there who will still complain that arbitrations is too easy, but let's not go and pick a fight with them, okay? I'm happy to say that in my opinion, all of the arbitration modes are now much better in terms of gameplay and reward frequency. Excavation they didn't change, but excavation was pretty much the best mode before this update, so it's totally fine. So what do I think personally of this new arbitration update? I mean, I say new, but it's been released like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Now, I did go into a few rounds of arbitrations on my own with a couple of randoms. The best one, I have to say, was with these random Russian dudes on the Russian server, and we did an excavation for more than an hour. I think it was an hour and 14 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. Now, if I remember correctly, I played as Frost, and the other dudes were a Gara, Korra, and Nidus. Now, for the first 40 to 50 minutes, we had everything under control, of course, and we could actually just rush through the excavators because I was Frost. I could take care of myself, and there was Korra, you know, just how it works. At the 50th minute mark, I believe things started to go bad. I mean, it was still kind of fun trying to revive each other, but we kind of started dying a lot more. I mean, it was just infested enemies, but their toxin damage from the ancients, damn, I mean, they were like level 160 or something like that. And then when I died, yeah, the team kind of died and Nidus just bailed, and we bagged a lot of rewards, let me tell you that. Also, I do have to mention that the drones, there's way more incentive to shoot them down than there was before. I mean, the simple change of having them drop Vitus Essence upon death is just brilliant. I mean, if they got one thing right with arbitrations, it's definitely that. I mean, personally, I'd rather do a 1 hour long survival arbitration than do some of those, you know, grocery runs to get that Zealot Derelict code to go and face off against the wimpy ass mushroom boy. I know nobody cares, but hashtag bring wolf back, please. But based on my personal experience as well as my buddy's experience, as well as reading a lot of posts on the forums, I'm gonna say that rewards may be the key to making arbitrations the end game that we all want. I mean, there's still some room for criticism. I mean, rewards can only go so far, and once you have everything from the reward drop table, then it kind of becomes pointless. So you don't play arbitrations for the rewards. You have to play it because it's enjoyable. That's what arbitrations needs to be. And if I had to make a suggestion, just one, is that make Vitus Essence the main thing about arbitrations. I mean, forget about the arcanes and, you know, okay, look, there are people who complain that the arcanes are trash and they dilute the reward drop table. For me, even if you put in like something that increases damage by 20%, 30%, even 70-80%, it kind of doesn't matter for me right now. Unless, of course, if it allows me to one-shot the Prophet Taker, of which I can only do at best right now. My best run is like low 4 minutes, 4 seconds, I think. Yeah, I'm not really that great. There's a huge skill gap between me and the absolute best players, but I'm trying, you know. Coming back to the point, I am so saturated with power. I mean, I do have the 100 Forma Chroma, that any more arcanes that increase damage or, you know, that kind of stuff, they don't even matter right now. All I want is maybe a bit of cosmetics and some fun mods that we can use to do, you know, crazy stuff like that Gauss video. You know, Amalgam Serration finally found its use. Now, if any of you have played this game called Rocket League, then you'll be familiar with this system that they have going on of loot boxes called crates and keys. They have a ton of cosmetics in there, limited edition cosmetics and stuff. You know, that's kind of what I have in mind. I mean, please don't introduce loot boxes into Warframe. That's gonna just piss off everyone. Please no, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to imply, boys and girls, is just please improve the arbitration store, I guess you could call it. I mean, that guy looks like he just went through Barrow's old sweaty locker and just put everything up on sale, whatever he found, with some trinkets that really yeah, so combine arbitrations with fashion frame, you got the best end game ever. But that's of course just my opinion. You can have any opinion you want. Please do share them down in the comments. I'd love to reply to every one of your comments. You know, reading comments makes me extra fluffy, so please leave comments. Arbitrations is pretty close to endgame, or at least the endgame that I feel Warframe should have. And if DE can just continue working on this and not stop and abandon it like ESO, that would be great. Please, please D, you're getting close, you know. It needs some work here and there, and you know, adding more content, not necessarily arcanes, please, no more arcanes. But yeah, even if all that is meaningless, at least they changed the Vitus Essence icon into something that does not resemble a pistane extract. That is very much appreciated. Small things do matter, D. The small things do matter, which is what she did not feel or say before leaving, unfortunately. And before I go, please do let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this format or this style of content, and I'd be happy to make more of it. I mean, I do know that you guys enjoy the Gauss videos, so more of that style of content coming soon, I promise. That's all for now. See you guys in the next video.